YouTube, what's up, man? We back at it. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a little minute. I don't want y'all to think I just be wearing the same hoodie all the time. This is usually like a hoodie I'm just throwing on to go to work and stuff like that. And so that's why I even got this on right now. I literally just got off of work. It is Monday, December 29th. New Year's is right around the corner. And I just wanted to get on here and keep hitting the little door. I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about something real quick, and that's just basically the plans of what I got going on for 2026. I got a lot of lifting content I got planned going on, or planned to have going on. That's one thing they got to work on in 2026 as well. Is just fixing up my vocabulary, being able to pronunciate my words better. I feel like when was it, back in like 2022, 2023, I was about to say 2021, but no. 2022, 2023, I feel like I was, or even 2021 actually, yeah, now that I think about it. I feel like I was pronouncing my words a little bit better. I feel like I was a little bit more easier to understand. And I felt like I spoke with more of a knowledge about me. I don't know if it's just because I had more in my head planned on like what I was going to say in the video or how the video was going to go, or I was just going with the flow. And now I'm just getting too much in my head because whatever reason, maybe. Anyway, with that being said, literally for the year of 2026, as far as lifting goes, I'm not going to say I want to enter a powerlifting meet, but I will say I want to push up my squat, my bench, and my deadlift. That's like a yearly goal. I try to push those three up a little bit higher. Maybe not a yearly goal. It might be like every 8 or so months or something. I don't know. But right now I'm currently running like a bodybuilding program. Once I wrap up with this, then I'll hop on a power building program just so I can keep kind of working on the aesthetic, as well as slimming down, work on the aesthetic, slim down, while also pushing the barrier for my strength. As far as goals go for, squat, bench, and deadlift, I'm going to redo my numbers soon, probably around the time, maybe right before I finish off this program I'm on, or maybe in the middle of this program that I'm on, I'm going to go ahead and redo my numbers. But as of right now, I want to focus on trying to get to that 500-pound deadlift. So I want to be able to hit 500-pound deadlift. I want to be able to hit 405 on the bench. Last time I did my max, I was at 365. And with that being said, like I feel like I may struggle to touch 315 right now. And with me being heavier, it sounds like it shouldn't make sense. I think I was hitting 365 before I hopped on testosterone. If you guys don't know, you won't know. But I was on TRT for a few months. And then I kind of just got off of it. It was something that I don't even know if I was really feeling a difference. Sometimes I feel like I felt a difference, and other times I feel like I didn't really feel a difference. I don't know. Maybe I felt a better pump. I think I did definitely feel a better pump. But anyway, that's besides the point. I want to push the bench to 405, which that may be a struggle. That may be something we have to compromise with. But that's something we're going to have to cross once we get to that bridge, right? Besides that, I believe a 460-pound squat. Yeah, a 460-pound squat is what I wanted to fight for. So I wanted to get those three numbers, or get my numbers as close to that as possible. Whether that means I got to spend time and just focus on a 8-week bench press increase program, or however long it has to be, or if I just got to focus on one and then I can try and tackle the other two, or if I can do them all three within the same training program. I realized I gotta change up my training intensity, man. If you guys saw in the last video, I was talking about how I've been like really motivated by Diamond Gym, and it's really brought me back to like my original lifting days. If you don't know what I meant by that, like I started off lifting playing football, so like there was always a reason to fight. And once I graduated high school, I was taking care of my dad, and my dad would like fluctuate in weight just because of his like fluid consumption, and he had diabetes, and he was on dialysis. He had renal failure. And so because of that, and then him not really keeping his liquids in check and stuff like that, sometimes he would fluctuate, and he could get up to 400 pounds, sometimes to be around 300 pounds. And a lot of times he would struggle, if he needed to do something on his own. And I used to think to myself, I'm like, this is why I'm in the gym. Like, I got to be able to help him if he needs me. That was my reason to fight for in the gym. And lately in the gym, I don't really have a reason to fight. I feel like I've been kind of, BSing, lollygagging a lot of times. And that's not something I really want to do in the gym. Diamond Gym, watching their videos kind of reminded me of that. It reminded me of my purpose. And I'm like, I got a whole family to fight for now. You know what I'm saying? I got my wife, I got 2 kids. We got 2 cats. We got a dog. I got to be able to carry them all out if something goes down. You know what I'm saying? And right now, not saying that I couldn't, but what I am saying is that's the type of intensity I need to bring with me when I'm stepping into the gym and I'm going through my training sessions. When I'm like, this hurts, this feels uncomfortable, I want to, I want to slack on the weight, I want to, take a little break. I just say, no, I can't do that, because if all else, if it hits the fan right now, and I gotta pick up my wife and go carry both kids out of the house, can I do it? If I have a limited amount of time, and I can't afford to make one trip, I can't afford to make more than one trip. If I gotta do it in all one foul swoop, am I gonna stop halfway down the hall and say I'm too uncomfortable and stop now, or am I gonna actually light that fire under my ass and I'm gonna get up out of there and save my family, And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, that's the type of intensity I've been going to the gym with. I know in the last video you guys saw me in there, I was upset. I know at some point, by the time I got to the gym, I actually lost the anger and stuff like that. And so I was just actually, not going through the motion, but I was having fun in the gym, chatting with you guys and just getting my work in. I felt like I got a good pump that day. Another thing I want to do, this is kind of like, hey, if you guys like gaming, go check out the channel. I have a gaming channel that's originally what I was doing here on YouTube, like way back when. Originally, almost 20 years ago. Would it be 20 years ago? I think like 15, 17 years ago, when I first started off on YouTube, when I was 8 years old, I was making like Beyblade videos, Bakugan videos, Yu-Gi-Oh videos, just the toys that interest me. And then at some point around my teenage years, I switched over and started doing more gaming stuff, because that's what I wanted in life. I wanted to be a video gamer, a video game designer, a game tester, whatever. I was into the whole gaming scene. And that also goes to play. I kind of fell out of the whole gaming thing, and I want to get back into it, because that was just something I did, just kind of brought me peace. And it's something that's like really nostalgic for me. A lot of times when I'm thinking about my dad, like I think about the Saturday mornings we used to have, and like we would be playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 on the PlayStation 2, or when we finally did get to 360, I know we would be playing like Madden 12, or hell, we would be playing like Madden 08 on the PlayStation 2 back then, I believe. Madden 08 or Madden 06, something like that. Either way it goes, I was always losing. I think I might have been able to stand a chance in the Naruto Ultimate Ninja games. But yeah, sometimes I just go back and play those type of games just for the nostalgia reason. I literally own Ultimate Ninja. Well, no. The Ultimate Ninja, they don't have on the newer system, but I got Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 through 4, technically 5, damn near, on like the Nintendo Switch, my PC, my PS5. I probably even have it on the Xbox, but I literally got multiple games across multiple systems for a lot of my stuff. But anyway, with that being said, me and some of my homies, we also plan on revitalizing the gaming channel. I got some more ideas and stuff like that I plan on doing for the gaming channel solo, but we also got some content that we want to shoot for it, and it's going to be like a fun little group versus series and stuff like that. It's going to be plenty of fun. So if you guys are interested in gaming at all and y'all want to check that out, the link is in the description below. Go ahead and subscribe to that channel, and we'll be doing our thing over there. I'll be doing my thing solo as well. Among other things that I want to do for 2026, man, I want to make my return to Alpha Land. I'm not talking about like a day pass there. I want to actually make my full-blown return to Alpha Land. Me and my wife have been talking about, her getting back into the gym. We both kind of fell out of the gym, and then like now she wants to like kind of come back into the gym, and she's like, but I don't know if I want to go to EOS. I want to go to Alpha Land. And I'm like, yeah, Alpha Land is up the street. If me and you were going, like when you get off of work, we probably need to go ahead and just shoot over to Alpha Land versus EOS. Sometimes I go to EOS before work just because I work in the area, so it's not that bad of a drive. But on the days that I got to go to EOS and like I'm already off of work, or whatever the case may be, there's one that's a closer location. It's the old 24-hour fitness I used to go to. Hate going there. It's always packed. The equipment's not the best compared to the location I like going to now. And so I'm thinking about, making a full-time jump over there. Obviously, I'll still keep my EOS membership. That's how me and the homies work out and stuff together. But that's one thing. Also, I feel like it'll make it a little less obvious, or I'll be a little less self-conscious when it comes to shooting the content in the gym. Obviously, I don't know if you guys noticed, I think I said in the last video, I like working out in the outside portion of the gym just because it's more freedom. I feel like it's not as many funny looks. Sometimes you do get to look. Sometimes people are waving at the camera, and that's cool. But I don't really pay attention to people as I'm doing things. So like, I just feel like, oh man, I'm getting some weird looks. F it, just got to push through it. But like right now, it's it's cold. I don't even know how cold it is. I'm looking on my truck right now to see if it's going to tell me the temperature. Is it? It's not. But right now, it's super cold in Houston. To say this is Houston, Texas. And, like, if I was to be outside working out right now at EOS, I would literally be, like, in pain because I'm grabbing the metal that's freezing cold. I want to try a meal prep company. Or I really want to try a meal prep company. I've been looking at MyFitFoods. I think they're, like, somewhere based in Pearland or something like that. If you guys don't know, you won't know. I say that a lot. If you guys don't know, I'm based in Houston, Texas. I just mentioned Alphaland, so you probably already put that together. Besides the point, Pearland is super close to me. I would love to go and pick up an order of MyFitFoods. I got a homie who tried it, and he was telling me it was pretty good. I want to, at a certain point, get a little bit more focus into my fitness. Right now, I'm just doing just to, like, improve overall health. At a certain point, I want to laser in, and I want to focus on really just trying to dial out of the 300s. Since, like, last year, I spent the whole past year in, like, the 300s. So I think at my lowest last time when I was documenting the whole weight loss journey, I got down to, I want to say 347. At some point between then and now, or then and a point past, I fell out of the gym. I got busy with work, and I blew up to, I think, almost 380, 390, something like that. I was almost 400 pounds, I want to say. And then that's when I was like, we got to get back to it. We got back into the gym. I haven't got on a scale, like, in a minute. I want to say like a week or two, just because I've been busy with, like, the Christmas holidays. I said the same thing around Thanksgiving, and it actually got on the scale. I was a little bit less. This time I think we might not be as lucky, and the scale may be up, but whatever it is, we're going to work with it. We're going to focus on getting down. I really want to, from what the scale has told me, I know this may be wrong, may be inaccurate, or for sure it's inaccurate, but the scale's been clocking me in at about 26% body fat, 26.5% body fat. I'm under 30% body fat, basically, right? Within this year of 2026, want to get into the 20% body fats, right? So whether that means I make it a 28%, I'm tripping. I want to get to the teens of the body fat, right? So if I make it to 19% body fat, if I make it to 18% body fat, if I make it to 10% body fat, those are goals that I'm looking to shoot for. Obviously, I don't think I'm looking to go to 10% body fat. I think that's being a couple weeks out from doing a show down there. I'm not trying to do a show. I got a homie who's trying to do a bodybuilding show. If you guys want to, follow his journey, I'll see if he wants to put in his information yet, or if he's trying to wait up, and then you guys can go check him out. It'll be a link in the description. If it's not a description, then he's not ready to start posting his content to document his journey yet. But if it is, please go give him a follow. Watch what he's doing. Hobbies. I know I'm all over the place. I literally have a whole list of things, and I keep looking down. I literally got it, like, written up here on my iPad, and I'm, like, looking down. I'm going over it because I'm, like, certain stuff is just, like, personal goals, and then certain stuff is, like, goals that I want to share with everybody. And so as we achieve them together, we can knock it out. Like, this is a personal goal, but I wouldn't tell you guys usually. But one of my goals was to get my termite license. I literally just passed the test today. That was something I was able to cross out of my goals. So I'm happy about that. But it's hobbies. Hobbies is something I really want to get into this year. I want to pick up new hobbies, want to refine and rediscover old hobbies. If you guys don't know, I used to be into the gun range scene a lot. Not a lot, let me not say that. But I used to be into guns, collecting firearms, going to the range every so often. I kind of want to get back into that. I want to pick up the hobby of fishing. I want to learn how to fish. Me and my wife been, like, asking, I think she's been asking her dad. I asked my mom. Like, we're both trying to, see what it's like to fish. And so that's one of the hobbies that we were both been thinking about getting into. Besides the fishing, besides getting back to the gaming, besides really getting back into YouTube. YouTube is a big hobby of mine. But besides the fishing, the gaming, the YouTube, the shooting, I kind of want to get into hunting, which goes hand in hand with shooting. But I feel like the whole shooting hobby, I want to start working on marksmanships. I know there's a gun facility, a firearm facility that I service doing pest control, and literally they have trophies all over of, like, marksmen and stuff like that. Like, I guess they make a team and then they go and they compete and stuff like that. And I'm like, that'd be cool. Like, I used to want to do that with, like, Nerf guns back in the day. I used to see these big old, like, air bounce house, like, Nerf arenas, and they used to have, like, world tournaments. I'm like, that's dope. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to travel some more this year. I want to go ahead and get my passport and get one for me and one for my wife. My sister's always inviting us out for like her birthday and I feel like one other holiday, but or not a holiday, but you know, one of the things that's like big to celebrate. And usually sometimes it's out of town, sometimes it's in town, like within the United States. Sometimes like we may need a passport. Now she's, you know, we're leaning toward we may need a passport in the future. There are places I want to take my wife that's, you know, out of the country. My wife wants to go place out of the country. There are places she wants to go out of town. I want to go. There are places I'm like, hey, we need to take the kids there because I haven't been there forever. I remember my family used to take me when I was younger, like Moody Gardens and SeaWorld and all these different places. SeaWorld may not be the best place to go just because I think they've been under the fire a lot recently or something like that. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about SeaWorld since I was a kid. I literally just worked at the Houston Zoo, and I used to take the kids there, and we used to have a blast. I think they really enjoy the animals. So that's just one thing. I'm like, hey, let's take more trips places. Let's do more family things. Like, part of me wants to say, let's go visit the Alamo, but I don't think the kids will be into that. I'm like, was I into it as a kid? I don't know. I just like the fact that I got out of Houston, Texas. This is a big one. If you guys don't know, I believe I might have briefly mentioned it in one of the previous videos, but there is a short film that I kind of wrote a script for that I want to shoot, direct, and publish basically on my YouTube channel. Depending on how it goes, I may want to do more in the future. It may just be a fun little project to do and try my hand at it and be like, it's not for me. I don't know. But that's something I also want to do on my 2026 goal, whether it's, you know, at the start of the year, the middle of the year, the end of the year. I want to have that short film out for you guys to view. I have no idea how long it would be. Obviously, it's different when you write something on paper versus like, all right, now we act it out. And then it goes from being like, all right, yeah, this took me like an hour to write. Now it's only 15 seconds worth of content, you know? Those are just a few of my goals for 2026 that I, you know, hope you guys will go ahead and tag along for. All you got to do is just hit that subscribe button. And you're here for the whole journey. You know, you're here for the whole journey. Chat with me. See what you guys want to see me do, you know. We got a whole comment section down below that you guys can go ahead and type in something. You guys got any questions, any stories, anything like that. Story time may be more so on the gaming channel, so maybe get the gaming channel, subscribe for that. I may be having some stories out here on the main channel. I know the gaming channel is going to be all over the place. I got a whole like wrestling like idea things that I want to do over there. I got literally me and the homies like gaming against each other, like playing for it. I'm thinking about doing something with the kids over there on the gaming channel. It just all depends on like what game I find and if we can all like get along and play it. Cause sometimes, you know, we all butt heads. Me and my wife, we literally butted heads playing It Takes Two, just as every couple does or did. I haven't heard of a single couple who didn't butt heads doing that. Anyway, one of the main things as well that I want to do for 2026, now I want this to be the best for last, the highlight of the whole video, is I want to build my relationship with God and I want to get closer and grow closer to God. And I want to take you guys along with me for that journey. And the reason being is I want it to be known that basically no matter where you are in life, no matter how far away you may seem that you are from God's light, no matter whatever the circumstances are, you can always go back to him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to say like, oh yeah, I'm super far straight away. When you know the word and you still go against it, you're straying away from it. And there have been things in my life where I knew the word, I knew what I was doing was against the word, and I still did it anyway. And I'm trying to turn around. I'm trying to get everything back together. I'm trying to, you know, help myself be a better, not only husband, but a father, child of God, man. All right. And that's all 2020. That's all 2026 is gonna be. It's gonna be a huge documentary, a huge diary of me just doing just that. So with that being said, I know I cussed, man. I know I cussed. I just cussed in the video earlier, but that's something I'm gonna have to work on. That's literally something like, literally, the kids hear us cussing and they'll be like, "You're not supposed to say that." It's like, you're right. My bad. But anyway. Leave the video a like rating if you like the video. Comment what you guys want to see me do in 2026. Go to give me a subscribe if you guys want to tag along for the journey. If you guys want to see, you know, if you guys want to see my life change over the year. Besides that, guys, go give the gaming channel a subscribe or check it out. You know, you can see what's on there right now. I don't think it's much on there right now. It's my old gaming channel. I think a lot of the videos may have been privated or they may be unprivated now. But yeah, the whole gaming channel is going to get a revamp. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today, man. I love y'all. Peace be with y'all. I'm out.